So, any dice roll higher than 1.
Higher than 1?
Yes.
Does that mean 1 counts?
No, 1 doesn't count. So roll those dice. And the result is, are they all higher than 1?
Yes.
So they all count, don't they?
Yeah.
So bring them back into the middle of the table for me and put them here. And the skeleton will roll his now. Let's see what the skeleton gets. He's rolled quite well. So, I take my heist and you take your heist. And match them up. So they cancel each other out. You take your next heist.
My next heist.
And they take my next heist. So your next heist beats me. And then you beat me by those 2 as well. Oh dear. 1 hit.
2 hit. 3 hits.
And if we look over here, it says 3 hits. Destroyed.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bash. He doesn't even turn into a pile of bones. You've smashed him. What do you think of that?
Good.
Yes. So it's Olaf's go now. Olaf. So how many dice does Olaf roll?
He rolls 7.
What number does that say there?
7.
No, that's his movement, darling.
Oh.
What's his combat dice?
Oh, 5.
You weren't trying to cheat me then, were you?
No, I just thought it was movement, what you were talking about.
Okay. So, how many blue dice do you need?
I need 5.
Okay, and I need 2 white dice. So roll them here for me so I can see it on the camera. Trying to pull them all in together. It just makes such a good roll. But it is Olaf and he's got a massive axe, hasn't he? Let's see what the skeleton rolls. 2 4s. So, your highest one beats me. Your next highest one draws with me, but then 1, 2, 3. Actually, that one doesn't count because it's not higher than 2 because of his arm.
Well, that means I still get 3.
You still get 3. What does that mean?
Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
I don't like you anyway.
All right, great. So that's the end of. There you go. Okay, so is the necromancer's go now, or the overlord's go?
You take my dice.
And I seem to only have one poor little skeleton left. But because it's a skeleton, he's got no brains. He's going to try and run at Rawdin, I think.
No, not Rawdin.
1, 2, 3. And he's going to try and bash him with his big scythe. So how many dice does Rawdin have? How many blue dice?
Rawdin has 4.
Okay, do you want to take those 4, please? I'll roll mine first because I'm attacking you. Wow, a 6 and a 3. Now, what's Rawdin's armour? So that one doesn't count, the 3, because it doesn't beat his armour of 4. Now, can you roll your dice here so we can see them? Oh dear. Okay, so those aren't particularly good rolls, but it doesn't matter because you've rolled a 6, which equals my 6. It means Rawdin's managed to defend himself with his huge hammer. No, he hasn't killed him.
Oh.
But he's managed to block him. Now, because I'm the evil overlord, I get to use my cards. And what can I do? Oh.
Joe's back.
Is she?
Yeah.
Very good.
Saw a card go back.
Right, so I can't use them. Right, so I'm going to use 1 extra command. I'm going to have another attack at you with my skeleton because I can because I've got one of these cards. It's called
So
1 extra command. The overlord may have 1 extra command in this turn, in addition to those allowed in the adventure. So,
Should I?
you need your 4 dice again. So you've got to try and defend yourself again because the skeleton has got some magical powers and he's going to try and chop you again. So let's see what he rolls. Here we go. So a 2 and a 5. Let's have a look over here. There we go. Now the 2 doesn't beat your armour. The 5 does beat your armour, but you match it with that 5. And the other 4 don't matter because there's only the 1 attack. So Rawdon, once again, survives.
Yay.
Okay, so it's your turn again.
Olaf's. Okay. Which ones? Whose?
Either of Rawdon or Olaf.
Olaf. Olaf moves 7. Yeah, I'm gonna move Olaf 7.
Okay, go for it. Is he at the door?
Yeah.
Is he going to try and bash the door down? Hang on, it's not quite that easy. If only it was that easy. Here we go. So, this token here tells us what we need to do to bash the door down. So, it's got an armour of 2 and it's got 2 dice. So it's exactly like a skeleton, really. Only it doesn't fight back. So, how many dice does Olaf roll when he's fighting?
4.
Olaf.
Oh, and 5.
We do know the difference between 4 and 5, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you should have been to gymnastics today, shouldn't you, Ava?
Yeah.
And we got up, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we went to gymnastics for 9 o'clock. But what happened?
The doors were shut and then we realised that gymnastics wasn't on.
Because
it's the half-term holiday.
it's half-term holiday. So what's Daddy made you come and do instead of doing gymnastics?
Play a little men game.
Play a little man game, and it's called Dungeon Saga, isn't it, by Mantic Games. Just thought we'd get that in there quick. So your objective in this, I should have started this from the beginning. Your objective was to get your 2 men from here, wasn't it, down this dungeon corridor with some dastardly evil skeletons hiding in it. Let's see if I can turn this around. Yeah, some dastardly evil skeletons, and get to this door and bash it open. And you're there, aren't you now? Yeah. So we need to try and bash it down with that big axe that he's got. So how many dice does Olaf need?
5.
And I get 2. So roll them like you did before. And anything not higher than 2, we don't count. Oh dear. Well, Ava, this is a real important lesson in life, isn't it? That sometimes things don't always work out. So I'm going to roll my 2 dice. It might not all be in vain, depends on what these score. Okay. Yeah, so there's another important lesson in life. Sometimes these things are in vain. So, anything not higher than a 2, we have to get rid of because the door's so tough. So, unfortunately, that's those 4 dice, which leaves you with 1, 3. And my 2 dice of 4 and 5 beat you. So you've bashed the door, but it's not broken. Fortunately, Rawdon's there with his big hammer. Let's see what he can do. So you tried to bash it open, but it's not broken, has it? No. Right, so do you want to fight with Rawdon then, please?
And whoever's watching this, you want to be on my team, not on the skeletons team.
Okay, that's an important lesson.
So I'm winning so far.
Okay. Roll your 4 dice on this. There you go. Okay, so this is Rawdon attacking this lonely skeleton. But once again, those 2 don't get through the skeleton's armour. So, I don't know if you'll be able to kill him this time. Let's have a look. So I've got a 2 and a 5, so the 5s match off, and the 5 beats the 2. So you've done 1 hit on him. As we can see on the overlord panel here, 1 hit equals no effect. That wasn't a very good turn for you, was it, Ava? But unfortunately, I haven't really got much else I can do either. So I can attack back with my skeleton against your guy. So I'm going to roll my 2 dice. 6 and a 4. Oh, this could be dangerous for Rawdon. We might be wounding him here. Do you want to roll your 4 dice, please, on here? Let's have a look. Okay, so the 2 5s match off. So, sorry, the 6 beats the 5. The 5 beats the 4. And the other 2 don't count. So, I'm sorry to say, Ava, that is a wound on Rawdon.
Oh no!
We only ever do 1 wound on a hero, no matter how many hits there are. So, that's got through his chink. And
Cheek?
his chink.
Chink, what's a chink?
So, I'm also going to play an overlord card. Double command. Be my 3rd one. And we'll do that all over again. I'm going to have another hit. So let's see what we can roll. The skeletons are rolling really well, Eva. I'm very sorry. Rawdon's in a bit... Oh, Rawdon is definitely in a bit of trouble here. Because my highest beats that highest. This beats a 2. And then you're left with 2 2s. So I've won that one again. So I've managed to hit Rawdon again. Fortunately, he's a stout dwarf and he's got 4 hits he can take before he's out the game, but he's okay at the minute, isn't he? Sorry about that. Okay, so it's your turn now. So do you want to go with Rawdon first? See if you can smash that skeleton into a pile of bones. How many dice?
4.
4. These dice aren't great for you at the minute, are they? So the 2 2s don't count. But the 5 and the 4 definitely count. And the skeleton, oh dear. You bashed him into a pile of bones. Let's put that down there. So Rawdon's got his revenge, but we have to be aware, don't we, that the necromancer might be able to raise them up. So you need to get this door bashed open quickly to win the game. Olaf gets 5 dice. Oh, we just destroyed the dungeon. That was the fakest laugh I've ever heard. Right, so can you try and roll the dice so they all stay on here? We could do with a dice tray, couldn't we? Let's have a look. Right, this looks more... Oh, you've rolled 3 2s again, Eva. Unbelievable.
Can I have another go?
Hang on.
Please.
Can you have another go? No, that's cheating.
Oh.
So let's roll these 2 defense dice first of all. So 5 beats that, but the 1 beats the 4. Does 1 hit knock a door down? That's the question. Does 1 hit knock the door down?
No.
Doors and wards. I think for the sake of this game, we're going to say yes.
Yay!
And that means the heroes have won. Thank goodness. That was a bit tougher than we thought, didn't we? Yeah. Olaf had a little nick off one of these skeletons earlier on, and Rawdon took 2 hits. But in the end, good has prevailed, and the adventurers have managed to traverse this very dangerous looking dungeon. And hopefully...
What's the girl?
They're going to meet up with their 2 friends.
One girl. Is that a girl?
Where's she gone?
Where has she gone?
Oh, she's here. Going to meet up with their 2 friends.
2 girlfriends.
Madriga and Danok, the wizards. But they're coming down a different corridor in the dungeon to meet And Ava's very excited at the thought of using the female elf there. So, we'll play that another time, shall we?
Yeah.
Great. Do you want to say bye-bye?
Bye.
See you soon, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.